Hey, Karthus. Time to flip the coin.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 13 of Esports Canada TV. I'm your lovely host, at Quinn of the Net, John Quinn. Follow me on Twitter, and I am joined by my co-host, at ESC Jovian, Frank Ricci, and my other co-host, the lesser, at ESC Songers.
Holy cow.
Nick.
You are
really
me
turned
today.
on your radio talk show, huh?
What's going on? What's going
I
on?
gotta
Rough
do
week?
those lively intros.
You had a rough week. That's why he's picking on me.
I did not have a rough week. I had a
You had the
fantastic
best
week.
week. Okay.
I was pretty rough shape last night, and I'm actually pretty rough shape tonight because I just waited 4 hours to get pizza, and it still hasn't come yet.
Oh,
But maybe
I thought you said you got it already.
No, I still have not got it.
Wow.
I had to give
You
my
have to
bank
tell
card
look,
to
I
my
got a
friends.
show. I gotta get out of here.
That's what I was telling the guys in the Dota game. I was like, listen, I have a show. Let me win so we can quit. But they didn't.
That
So I
didn't
had to leave and get leaver status.
That didn't happen.
That's okay.
You just left yourself to AFK. Like a
That's
boss.
okay.
Well, guys, I don't have the list on the show right now because it was on the other. Anyways, we're waiting on our guest tonight, Mark. Imagine Leonardo. He may or may not show up.
He's actually here. Sorry, I just got a message. He's back, but he just needs a second, so I'm
Okay,
not sure what
perfect.
he's doing.
That's
He's
great.
doing some Vancouver things, I'm sure. So
Some
when he
Vancouver
when he
things.
messages me, we'll go with him though.
He's raining, is what you're saying.
Rating.
What does that mean? Is it raining
Yeah.
in Vancouver?
It just always rains there.
Really?
Yeah,
Is
there's
that
actually
the
places
Atlantic
outside
Canada
of
perception
Toronto,
of Western?
and they have
Oh.
different weather in those places.
Oh, okay. I thought it was all the same.
How was your weekend, guys?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I didn't do much, but I watched a lot of StarCraft. So
Like
it was
that.
crazy. Awesome.
BWC?
Yeah, man, totally
Like that.
watching that. We had a little ESC get together downtown Toronto, so I'm sorry you missed out, but we had an excellent time.
Super.
Wow, that sounds amazing, Nick.
Yeah.
Way to sell it.
Yep.
Hype man Nick. Franco, give me something.
Oh, well, actually, something funny. Well, I started a new job today, and one of the questions one of the facilitators for the seminar asked, because I was in orientation today, she's like, so, guys, how was your weekend? Somebody tell me something you did, something awesome. And one girl put up her hand, and she's all like, Twilight? Yeah, Twilight? I was
Oh
like,
God.
And then her and the facilitator were talking about it because they were like two people that were really into Twilight, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say right now. And like they were the only two into the conversation, but they were really into it, so it's a little awkward. But
How
good
many
for her.
people were
Good for
there?
showing that love.
How many people were there at the
Oh, I don't. Maybe 20
orientation?
or so people, maybe just under 15 or 20. I don't know.
Wow. No one else liked Twilight there?
No. And the facilitator actually, she says, I know it's not the best, but because she started the series, she was basically like, I had to see it finish. But she told me this quote that I don't think I'll ever forget now because she said it. And she was like, I knew the series was bad when, I think it was in the second movie, I don't really know, maybe some Twilight fans watching the show can message us, but she said there was this scene where I think they were in the girls' room, Bella's room, and the guy Edward,
This is what we're
sparkly guy,
opening the show.
he grabs her and jumps out the window, and I think he says something like, I hope you know how to fly, spider monkey, or something, and then he scampers down the tree, and she's like, that's when I knew. It was the worst series ever. I'm like, that's when you knew? Really? So,
That was it.
yeah.
All right, guys. Our guest, Mark, is, I believe, ready to join us. So there he is. He's joining the call and screwing up all of our fantastic overlays. So I will have to take
Sorry.
10 Oh, it's fine, Mark. It was my fault for...
Should have put the four-person on just in case.
I know. I did have the 4-person...
Oh, now we got to watch John
It's a long
Pommel's
story.
terrible production.
Oh, man. I had this ready at like 5 o'clock, too. I was just like, oh, yeah. Good
Yeah,
to
I just
go.
like came out. Well, I just came back from outside, from the real
Awesome.
world.
But
What's
you're
that
not a real-
like?
Yeah, well,
I don't know, man. It's pretty scary out there.
Mark, I was super happy to see that you are in fact the Pooh Bear guy. When I was profiling a bunch of the WCS guys preparing for NASL back in July, I was just like going through and getting pictures for all the people, and then I got a picture of you, and you just had a Pooh Bear hat, and I was like, oh, weird, like I've never seen this before. And
Yeah.
then every story I found
There
about
it
you
is.
just like talked about this Pooh Bear hat. So that's a question that we're definitely going to ask a bit later on once I get this finished.
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah, I have it.
It's an excellent hat. It probably strikes fear into your opponents.
Yeah, that's why he wears it.
Obviously.
Like Eeyore. Which
I actually have a
strikes
decent Pooh Bear costume story, but we'll see if I have time for that.
Sick.
Anyways, I want to welcome our fantastic Pooh guest tonight, Mark Imagine Leonardo. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
He's got it on. Excellent.
Just
go.
over the headset. That's fantastic. So, Mark, you play for Cyber Gaming out of Vancouver, correct?
Yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about kind of where you grew up in BC, if it was in fact BC, and how you got into gaming and maybe SE2 in general.
Okay, so, well, I wasn't born in BC. I was actually born in the Philippines.
Okay.
So, yeah, I immigrated to Vancouver and just started living here for a long while. I love it. In terms of playing StarCraft 2, I started in January 2011 because I was really into StarCraft, but not really competitively. Like, I really wanted to get it, but I didn't have a computer to actually play StarCraft. Then I started seeing all my friends play, and I was just really jealous of them, so I just wanted to get it.
And how did you get involved with the Cyber Gaming team?
Basically, I just showed up to a lot of events and did mediocre at tournaments, but showed the fact that I really wanted to play StarCraft, and yeah, that's how I ended up with them.
Cool, cool. We actually know a few of the guys on the team. Adrian, CG Menkt, I believe.
Yes.
He's a big part of Esports Canada, and he runs a lot of events out there in Vancouver. So if you have any dirt on Adrian, we would love to hear it right now.
Adrian, I don't know. I love the guy. I just love him.
Damn
that's
it!
all I have to really
So
say.
wrong.
Sorry.
Damn it, Mark! See,
Like,
Adrian's the other guy in the organization who wears suits all the time.
Yeah, I know. That's the one thing always.
So I wear suits sometimes at live events, so him and I are at constant odds. So Adrian, if you're watching this, fist shake.
Well, yeah, Adrian sucks. So, there you go. Oh, Adrian, yeah. He just sucks. I always do that to him.
All right, we mentioned it before when I was introducing you, and obviously if you're watching, you can see Mark does in fact have a Pooh Bear hat on. That's the burning question on everyone's mind right now. What's with the Pooh Bear hat?
Okay, basically, there was a tournament in Victoria, BC, that I went to, sponsored by the UBC Esports Association, and basically, I found this Pooh hat in, like, my room for some reason. It's my brother's, and I just took it and just brought it with me and started wearing this thing, because hats are pretty cool. So...
That's a good enough reason, huh?
Yeah.
Best story ever.
Not too much to it, but it's pretty cool.
So, Mark, we actually asked on our forums, we presented to the community that we would have you on our show, and we basically opened it up to fans to ask questions that they would want you to answer. So the Pooh Bear hat was actually a question from Lee Jonathan, and we have a couple other questions for him. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you as if Lee was asking you, and hopefully you can answer them. So Lee was also wondering, why does everyone call you the baby or walk around Terran?
Okay, the baby Terran is because I always complain about imbalance. Like, whenever I lose, I always complain about imbalance. I, like, cry and stuff. Well, I don't cry, but I just get really sad at everything and just, like, get all emotional and be like, oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. Like, even when I'm playing the game, I usually, like, if I go, like, 5-1 on ladder, the one loss just makes me feel horrible. And then I just complain to everyone around me about how stupid the game is, and yeah. And the walk-around Terran is because, well, Adrian actually gave me that name because, one, he sucks, and number two, okay, number two is basically, whenever I complain about balance and stuff, I tend to just talk with anyone in general. I tend to walk around people and just, I don't know, have a dance move or something with them. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Adrian knows how to describe it much better than I do.
I'll have to have him explain it then maybe on a future show or something. But that's good. So Lee also wanted to know, what's your secret to winning games?
Oh, okay, that's, well, secret to winning games? Okay, basically,
Is it the poo hat? Just say it's the poo hat.
no, it's not the
Just
poo
say
hat.
it
No,
if it's
okay,
true.
no, like, the poo hat actually brings me bad luck. I just
Oh,
bring
no.
it just because. Like, I brought it to one tournament once, and I did really poorly, so, yeah, I believed at that point it was bad luck for me. Or maybe it's just because it's too small for my head anyway, and it somehow fit. But, basically, the key to winning games, in my perspective, is basically one concept, and that concept is to make shit. That's pretty much
Make more
it.
stuff.
Like, yeah, if you have more stuff, well, okay, if you analyze any replay, basically, like, most of the games that you see are because you did not have enough things, so therefore, you lost, right? But okay, people challenge me to the argument of, what if you had enough stuff, you're at 200-200 versus a 200-200 army, why did you lose that fight? And basically, I resort to it's imbalanced. So,
Always
So
win.
then, what do you have to say about like little things like microwave units? Like as a Terran stutter stepping, you obviously can't just A move your army, right? So at that point, there's
Yeah.
something more than just having an army.
yes.
So I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just saying.
No.
there,
Yeah, no,
there's-
that's just me. Yeah, I understand
Alright.
that.
All right, so we had another member ask. Matthew Sai wants to know that how's the team Cyber Gaming been treating you since you joined them?
Well, in all honesty, I wouldn't say that they have, like, well, they treated me great, but we
Mhm.
haven't done too much as a team because, I don't know, it felt like esports was sort of dying in Vancouver,
Right.
but other than that, like, they've just been awesome for me. And, hold on. Jeez. Sorry about that.
Uh,
Was that your brother wanting the Pooh Bear hat back?
No, that was my dad.
Oh, awesome.
Dad,
Well,
I'm on the
everyone will
highest
post,
rated
don't worry.
esports show in Canada. Shut up.
Well, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
What were we at? I forgot what I said.
We're just talking about cyber gaming. I mean, it was founded in 2010, right? So it's still relatively a new team. So definitely,
Yeah.
there's places for it to go. Matthew also wanted to know, how does it feel to be one of cyber gaming's strongest players?
Well, I would say, yeah, sure, I'm the strongest player on that team. It feels pretty good,
Hmm.
but like, I wish that overall for the team we could like collaborate a little more, so like the distribution of skill wasn't just me and then the rest of the team, right?
Right. Do you have a role of basically doing a lot of coaching on the team as well, or?
No, I just play. I don't
Just
really
play.
like to coach because I'm the worst coach in the world, as some people may suggest. Because all I tell them, like what I said earlier, is just to make shit, and basically that's all I say to them.
Just do it.
Yeah,
Just
I
be
have
better,
that.
man.
That part too.
Good.
I actually have a question about cyber gaming. So obviously cyber gaming is a new team. Is it strictly Vancouver based, or are they doing coverage across Canada, or is it more North America? Do you know what the
like? It's basically a local team with like a bunch of friends coming together and just playing StarCraft, pretty much. It's,
Okay.
Yeah.
So if there's people in Vancouver who think they have the right stuff to join a team, is cyber gaming something that they should be looking towards, or do you guys have a website or something that you'd like to promote?
Well, we have our website, cybergaming.ca. I think it's down right now because basically we're really inactive right now because everyone's growing up. Everyone's like in high school. Well, I'm in post-secondary now. People are entering grade 12. and people have like jobs, commitments, and everything, so
Yeah.
can't really play as much StarCraft.
All right.
What are you doing in school right now?
Well, I attend the British Columbia Institute of Technology. I'm the CSL captain.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and basically do like graphic design and development, web development.
Like that.
That's awesome. That's what John Quinn does, kind of.
Kind of. Not really, though. I know how to do image tags in HTML. How is the BCIT CSL team doing?
Right now it's kind of poor because we were supposed to have Optic Zero play for us, but he doesn't really play anymore. And recently we don't really have many players, like even players, as in like I don't care what league you're in, just join the team. But we don't have numbers whatsoever. I don't care about leagues or anything. I can teach you at some point, but right now we actually don't have numbers, so it's kind of a problem.
So Mark, I have another community member question from Ricky Ko. He asks, why do you keep calling CG Raigeki? Am I saying that right? Raigeki?
Yes.
Raigeki? Why do you call him the best Terran?
Raigeki. Well, okay, CG Raigeki is Ricky Ko, and he is the best Terran because he's really freaking fast. Holy crap. He's so fast. Like, I'm actually so jealous of how fast he is, even though, like, sometimes my play quality is much better than his. But I just love how fast he is, and really good player, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. If
He's
he
such a
only
good
knew how to make more stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
that's pretty much it.
That's awesome. I'm glad he asked that question, knowing that he was Raigeki. I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
No, because I keep
good for
calling
you,
him best
Ricky.
Terran.
Yeah, you had the most community questions ever, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
The record.
Yeah.
Some of them were a bit not as hard hitting as others. Like, why is Firezerg so handsome?
Oh, okay, well, can I answer that one, or?
Yeah, for sure. And I did meet Firezerg in NASL, and he was quite handsome.
Yeah. Okay, he's a really pretty guy, okay? Hold on. Okay, if you look him up right now on like Liquipedia or something, look at his hair. He is such a handsome guy. Like, well, we played in WCS and everything. His bangs were so beautiful. Well, I'm not part of the homosexual or gay community or anything, but he is a really pretty guy, not even kidding.
I am going
And
to
I'm-
throw up a picture of Firezerg right now. This is the best picture
Please do.
probably that's ever been taken of Firezerg.
Please do.
That should boost the numbers.
Look at that. Look at him.
Oh, he is really handsome. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at
He's
him.
really suave in that picture.
Good looking kid. Good looking Canadian boy.
Going places. Going places.
Yeah, he's going to
So-
China for WCS.
Yeah, that's true. He won.
WCG.
He won the Western WCG. Yeah, World Cyber
Yeah.
Games.
Oh, yeah,
So I have a question. You said earlier you were born in the Philippines. Philippines. Does that mean you speak Tagalog?
No, I don't. Like, basically, whenever when we transferred over to Canada, my parents were starting to speak English. So basically, they used me as to like help me teach, understand English with them. So
So you didn't pick up any, really?
no, not at all.
Oh man, okay, that's cool. I had a lot of friends from the Philippines when I was younger, so they played a lot of basketball, so they taught me how to say, when do you want to play basketball next? And I was going to ask you, when do you want to play StarCraft next? And I was going to impress everyone, but I guess I can't do that anymore, so anyway, that's cool.
Frank had an entire 15-minute set of questions.
You don't even know, I have to delete half of this document now. This is ridiculous.
Can you tell me why the Philippines is spelled with a P, but Filipino is spelled with an F?
I can't really tell you anything about that. We're a pretty interesting culture, I may say.
I heard
Alright.
something really cool about your flag, actually. So the flag is red on the top, blue on the bottom, right?
Yep.
And if during wartime you guys actually invert your flag so that it's red on the bottom and blue on the top to represent the blood in the soil? Did you know that?
No.
Did I just blow your mind?
I
That's
think
like
you
the
did.
only flag that transforms, dude. That's amazing.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true. That's just what my friend told me, but he's from the Philippines, so I believe him.
Might be true.
Mark, I'm supposed to tell you that Hrvatska loves you.
Okay, that guy, man. He's like my #1 fanboy, I guess.
Yeah, his name in Twitch right now is CG Imagine Fan. So.
Oh, that's great. So yeah, I think it's lightning round, no? Or do you have some other questions, John?
No, I think we've run the gambit and we're ready for the lightning rounds. Mark, you've obviously seen the show a couple dozen times, and you know all about the lightning round. So I won't need to inform you about it, and we can just jump right into it. But for our fans who are watching, I will say that the lightning round is a set of 10 skill testing questions, some of them even strength, and I'm going to ask them as fast as possible. And Mark, it is up to you to answer them to the best of your ability as fast as you possibly can.
Okay.
Are you ready for the lightning round?
I'll try.
Just so you know, like a perfect score is 10 out of 10, and I don't think anyone's got a... Well, we gave a 12 out, didn't we, to someone?
Yeah, because the scoring is totally arbitrary.
Like,
oh, sorry.
This score is scientifically proven to be correct 11 out of 10 times.
Oh.
Welcome to the lightning round. Question number 1 for Mark Imagine Leonardo: smooth or crunchy peanut butter?
Crunchy.
Number 2, Nerf Infessor or just get rid of Zerg altogether?
Get rid of Zerg.
It's -1.
What?
John says
I play Zerg,
don't
bud.
worry, don't even listen to him.
Number 3, favorite meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Dinner.
Correct. Number 4, favorite Pokemon?
Charizard. Wow.
A Bulbasaur fan. Number 5, do you own Crocs?
No.
+5. Number 6, if not the Pooh hat, what would it be?
A dog.
I'm
On
surprised
your
you
head?
didn't answer that.
Just a dog on your head, or?
The dog.
A
Why
real
not?
dog. Alright.
Fantastic. Number 7, teleportation or invisibility?
Teleportation.
You could get to tournaments so fast, it'd be awesome.
Okay.
Number 8, favorite game outside of StarCraft 2?
None.
None.
Yeah.
He wasn't aware there were other games.
Yeah. Don't know any.
That's my favorite Ender Sword quote was, I didn't know other games came out after June 2010. Number 9, if you could win any tournament, which would it be?
GSL.
GSL. Jesus L. Number 10, King of Suits, Quinn or Adrian?
Adrian.
Oh, bias.
Oh
I
no.
sense some bias. You know that's like negative 100 points.
Yeah, that...
Nah. I'm gonna lose.
I will tally up the scores here.
Oh my god, it's probably like negative something now.
We have had negatives on the
Just
show.
get out my abacus here.
This is so interesting.
King of Suits was -100.
Oh
Nope.
my gosh.
No Crocs, though, was plus 60,
5.
60 or so.
You said
Oh, okay.
+5. Oh my gosh.
I like you, Mark. Not going to lie. You hurt my feelings with that Adrian one, but
I'm sorry.
until we do battle, and obviously you're going to represent the West Coast, Adrian does have to take that title. I'm going to give you 9 out of 10.
Oh,
Not
respectable.
bad.
Not bad at all, really. That puts you, I think, number 2 or number 3, just behind Clutch, and maybe ahead of Azale. So, good job.
Nice.
He's so confused. He's like, what is the lightning round?
Yeah.
The lightning round is the best part of Esports Canada. Not just Esports Canada TV, just all of Esports Canada.
That's all we
Definitely.
got.
Mark, thank you so much for coming on our show this evening. Are there any shout-outs you want to give to teammates, where we can follow you on Twitter, websites, anything like that?
Okay, so shout outs to like all my fans and everything. There's way too many of them to like explain. That's why there's like so many questions. You can follow me on Twitter at Mark Says things with a Z, because I can't spell. You can watch my stream at twitch.tv/ImagineQT. And shout out to Cyber Gaming, Memory Express, and BCIT. And you guys for interviewing me.
Woo. Best for last.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And yeah, we have Mark's Twitter right there above his beautiful face, so please follow him and tweet how much you enjoy his play, and make sure to follow his Twitch channel as well. Mark, thank you so much for joining us. Will you come back at some point after you
definitely.
after you win GSL maybe?
Probably. We'll see.
Don't forget us when you win GSL. Right?
Yeah, don't forget us.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, thank you, Mark. We will ask that you leave the call and never return again.
Okay.
I'm kidding. But really, you have to hang up now.
Yeah, okay.
All
Thank you
right,
guys.
thank you, Mark.
Take care, Mark.
Good luck, have fun.
Bye.
Wow, what a nice Canadian boy.
Yeah,
Great
really
guy.
nice guy.
He was fantastic. All right, guys. Break.
Yep.
Can I not throw it to break, and instead my pizza is waiting outside right now, and
So
I'm
you
gonna
can go
run
and do
downstairs
that.
and go and get the pizza. So I need you guys to kill like three and a half
We're
minutes.
so good at killing time.
Oh yeah.
I'll fix the overlays first. Maybe we can get Mike Daniels in here actually. Let's see if Mike Daniels is here, and he can fill in for me. I know he's watching in the chat because I saw his name pop up. So, boop, boop.
So Mike Daniels, get in here.
John
Join our
Quinn
chat.
has added Mike Daniels to the chat, and now he has
Nice.
swapped places with you.
So, Song, what are we going to talk about? Are we going to talk about Sticky Flames now, or what should we
Well,
talk about?
if people are here and they're, not doing anything after, Frank and I, we will be casting Sticky Flames, the Bronze, Silver, Gold tournament, right after this show. So that's
Yeah,
going
so
to
what
be
is
on-
Sticky Flames?
What is
Some
Sticky
people
Flames?
May not know.
That's a great
What
question,
is
Frank.
the Sticky Flames?
Sticky
Bring it in.
Flames is a group of guys who are running really awesome video game tournaments throughout the week. I believe on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday they do StarCraft, with Mondays and Tuesdays being the Bronze, Silver, Gold. And
Yeah.
Thursdays and Fridays are the Platinum and upwards.
Platinum.
Platinum. Platypus.
Aluminium?
Money. And on Wednesdays they do a Dota tournament.
Mike Daniels,
Yeah.
are you here right now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Wow.
Fantastic. I was
Here
just
you
like,
go. There we
where
go.
is he? And your picture showed up. Can you turn on video? Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah, just let me check here. Is it not showing up?
No, not especially.
Oh, we're all black screened right now.
Well, no, it's not showing up in Skype. I was waiting to see if his video turned on because that would screw up all the overlays. It's okay if you don't have video. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it without.
So,
Yeah,
Song
it should
and
work. It was working last time I was on, so what's going on here?
Yeah, but last time things were different.
You've changed.
Yeah, you
Mike.
changed.
I've changed.
Now you're
have I?
hosting
Okay.
popular fighting game tournaments, Mike. It's like you're a whole new man.
Well, I have to be behind a black screen or a curtain,
Yeah.
right? So hide my
We can't
identity.
actually show your real face or the viewer
Oh,
numbers.
man.
We'll just skyrocket.
Oh,
You're not a person anymore. You're an ideal now.
yeah, exactly. Why isn't the video showing up?
Please don't get it working now because I'm already halfway done the overlays.
Well, I'm adding him as a contact because he's only question mark for me, so maybe that's
maybe
an issue.
that's. All right. I have to go and run and get this pizza real quick. I hope it's there waiting for me.
Go for it.
It's a lot of pizza. It's gonna be pretty disgusting when I start eating.
What
Too
else?
much pizzas on
Glad you're
stream.
taking advantage of that special deal they had today, John.
All right, I will be right back.
All right. So, Mike, I hear that you had, was it the low tide event?
Yes, that's correct. Why isn't the video working? This is really bugging me. Just a second here.
Yeah, no problem. You can try to troubleshoot that. And Song and I'm actually pretty excited to cast tonight. I hope my internet's okay, good enough, because
It should be fun.
well, I tend to crackle sometimes when I talk too fast, and when you're casting, there's moments where you're talking frantically, and I
Oh,
just
that's true. Well,
Plus, it's
just
the
not,
first
don't
time
have.
we're casting away from each other.
I feel a little strange that you're not here next to me casting. It's not the same.
It just makes it awkward to throw to you if you're not ready and stuff. So,
Just have the video up. I will point to you.
oh
You
no,
can-
it's starting to work. John's gonna be so upset that we messed up his boxes.
Yep.
Oh, because I just got my video working now and it screwed up his boxes.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
he's
John's
gonna have
anal
a
like
fit.
that. Don't worry. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
He's going to have
That's just a John problem. That's not a you problem.
That's funny.
So, how was Low Tide event?
Really awesome. For us, it was very, very, very successful. We had a huge turnout. Probably, I would say, since all the new fighting games came out, we had the biggest turnout for all of the games involved. We had 41 people for Street Fighter 4, 25 for Marvel, 21 for Third Strike, 16 for some of the lesser games. So, in-person turnout was incredible. The pot bonuses and all the money from Bell Fiber Op Gaming League, and then Ralston Arcade raised some money for pot bonuses. The guy who won Street Fighter 4 took home $500.
Nice.
Not bad for first place. Stream numbers were really good. For Ralston Arcade, we generally get about 40 to 70 people tune into our weekly events and some of our bigger tournaments. And on Sunday during the finals of Ultimate Marvel and Street Fighter 4, we had over 150. So,
Excellent.
yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Wow,
So
that's
that was
really
good.
great.
Yeah, it helps. It's the one thing is you have to be realistic about stream numbers. We can't, obviously, without the big pros, we can't compete against NorCal, SoCal, and New York. But since Halifax is on the East Coast, we happen to be the only or Street Fighter 4, sorry. Arcade Edition is the new version of Street Fighter, and we all call it AE now, but that obviously doesn't make sense for a lot of people who don't follow fighting games, so I got to remember to call it Street Fighter 4. So we were the only Street Fighter 4 and Marvel tournament on Twitch at 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, so anyone on the West Coast or in the Midwest or whatever, that was the only thing on Twitch, so we probably picked up a lot of viewers just from that, but hey, when you're the only game in town, we'll take it.
So
But-
you said not having, and I'll say this in quotes, even though you can't see me do the little quotes beside my face. But you said not the biggest names. But can you tell us who won the tournament and got the $500?
Sure, absolutely. So there's a couple of big-time players in our area. Old Man Rillis, as he's called, he plays the old guy in Street Fighter 4 called Gan. He'd won pretty much every Street Fighter 4 tournament in the last year or so, but he did
Nice.
get upset at Fight for Infinity 4 in September. Didn't even make top 8, I believe, and then he came back with a vengeance at Low Tide, and he did win Low Tide Throwdown. So other than his slip-up at Fight for Infinity 4, he's pretty much won every Street Fighter 4 major in the Maritimes in the last year and a half. When he was playing on Xbox Live every day, he was the number one Gen on Xbox Live, which is pretty crazy.
Wow, that's wicked.
Yeah, so he's awesome. Now, Gen is a lesser used character, but still the fact that you're number one on Xbox Live is pretty
That's
crazy.
quite the feat.
Yeah. Marvel was really good. Marvel was really crazy. A lot of good upsets. Ralston Arcade prides ourselves on having the best stable of Marvel fighters since we do it every Tuesday, but a bunch of our guys got upset on the weekend. So that's hard for us, but it was fun for everybody else because everyone tends to root against us because we have the best Marvel players and we stream every week and all that kind of stuff. So we kind of play the villains in Marvel. But so it was good for the crowd to see some of our guys get upset. But other than that, it was really fun. It was really good. The venue was awesome. We had really good upload at NSCC, so the stream looked really good all weekend. I think on Saturday we encoded 1.5 million frames and didn't drop a single one, so that was good. We were on for 11 hours on Saturday.
That's stamina. Speaking
Yeah.
of Marvel, I had a quick question. I was at a gaming event at U of T over the weekend, and there was a Marvel vs. Capcom kind of tournament going on, and this guy, he was playing what was it, Dante, Virgil, and Magneto, and
Yep.
people were all just ratting them out as using the cheapest characters ever. Could you? I don't know. I didn't know much about the game, but could you kind of just explain?
Sure, absolutely. So Street Fighter 4, the newest version 2012, is incredibly balanced.
Yeah.
You know, you're having characters win majors in the last few months that have never won majors before, like Zangief, like Gen,
Right.
Kimi,
nice.
stuff like that. So Street Fighter 4 is really balanced. Ultimate Marvel is not even close. Like, not even close. So the top 5, 6 characters, Magneto, Virgil, Zero, Dante, are some of the best characters in the game. And basically what happens is Dante and Virgil together are two brothers from Devil May Cry.
Right.
And probably the two cheapest teams in the game. And remember, in fighting games, cheap is the highest order of compliment. Like, if somebody calls your team cheap, that's the best thing you could possibly imagine. So, generally the two best teams in Marvel are Zero, Dante, Virgil. So they call that Zero May Cry, or or Magneto May Cry, which is Dante, Virgil, Magneto. So.
Right.
Yeah, people blowing him up for running that team, people hate it, right? Because people are like, oh, you only play top tier, you only play the broken characters. But hey, everyone's playing the same game, and you all have access to the same character.
True.
So,
Yeah, some of the combos I saw were, oh my gosh, it was insane. Like, Dante would just do, like, these juggles, you come down, switch to Virgil will pop his special with those spinning swords, and it was insane. Man.
yeah. Well, and that's...
Songers,
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, Songers has, I don't know what version of the game you have at your house, but you have, isn't that your setup? You have Dante, was it Spider-Man?
I played Dante, Iron Man, and Ryu, because I don't know how to do anything else.
Yeah, Iron Man's making a bit of a comeback. Iron Man is generally regarded as a bad character because everything that Iron Man can do, Magneto and Doom can do better. But a couple of our guys got blown up by Iron Man on the weekend as well, just because of the character unfamiliarity.
Oh.
But yeah, people playing Dante and Virgil and somebody else, they're going to get made fun of because it's the toppest of top tier teams.
I see. All right, cool. Awesome. Thanks, man.
Shout out to Toronto Top Tiers,
Yes.
who was in the chat and who has recently partnered up with Esports Canada. So go check out Toronto Top Tiers.
Ooh, welcome. I'm giving you a clap.
How's your pizza, John?
It's good. I've only now dipped into the garlic cheese fingers, so
Oh, he ordered
we'll
more
see what
than
the pizza. Well, it was 59% off, so
Do people in
So
Toronto...
you just ordered
Sorry?
20 or 2 times as much food?
yeah, I'm gonna save it and eat it later.
I'm going to spend $50 no matter what.
It was $13 I spent.
Do they have garlic fingers in Toronto? Do you guys know what garlic fingers are?
No, I don't know. We might. It's
What?
just I don't order food that's
Well,
crazy.
What's a garlic finger?
Oh my god. What? Really?
Go
Is this
explain.
happening
What is
right
it?
now?
Is it just like garlic bread, but like
Oh
fit shape?
man.
I don't
John-
know.
John, dude, donaires and garlic fingers are Maritimes only.
Wow.
Come on, show us the
Garlic fingers is basically just like a pizza crust with like garlic butter, garlic oil, whatever, some sort of like garlic sauce, and a ton of cheese. And you can put bacon on them if you want.
Oh my god.
And so it's just like a cheese-only pizza with garlic in it.
Actually, Toronto Top Tiers in the chat is true. Nova Scotia guy opened up an authentic donaire and garlic fingers place in Toronto. I can't remember where it is, though. I remember all my Halifax friends who now live in Toronto were ranting and raving about an authentic Halifax donaire place in Toronto.
Oh man, gotta find it.
Just like they make it home, huh? Those garlic fingers. Just
Yeah.
like Mama used to.
Just like Mom used to make. Aren't you Italian, Frank? It seems like an Italian thing.
Oh yeah,
Frank's so
that's
Italian.
what we do. We dip all our food in garlic sauce, dip it in cheese, and then like deep fry it for your eating and consuming pleasure, John.
Okay, just
That's
so we're
kind
clear.
of what do we do.
What? That's kind of what do we do?
I like
You're
the
funny,
fake
Frank
Italian
Ricci.
accent at the very end.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
All right, guys. I'm not gonna eat much more because it's distracting on stream, according to Tristan. I want to talk about the Fiber Op Cup. Fiber Op Gaming League happened over the weekend with the League of Legends qualifiers, which ran from 10 a.m. my time all the way until about 11 last night. They finished, and a big shout out goes to Nick So, who was sick as a dog leading up to it, and then ended up having to do the observing and the production for 14 straight hours without anything even resembling a break. So thank you to Nick, and it turns out I guess he has strep throat or something. So feel better, good friend. It was an open bracket tournament, free to enter, open to anyone in Canada. We had 71 teams, I believe, enter. So it was a huge, huge bracket. The bracket went along quite smoothly. There was no real hiccups or anything. Starting out was a bit rocky just because you have 71 teams asking, who am I playing, what am I doing, where's an admin? Is your computer on? And so once we got down to the final four, and I can't remember who the names were, it was like Montreal 5, UBC made it to the final 8, University of Western Ontario as well. So there's a couple CSL teams that made it to the finals. And once those were over, we ended up having a show match between CLG Prime and CLG EU, who are two very top teams in League of Legends. So they put on a best-of-3 show match, where the first one was kind of a joke game, almost like an ARAM, where they were just like banning champions that no one even plays anymore, sort of thing. And like there was a Trundle ban, when the only character I've ever heard that just like is the worst ever is Trundle, and I've never seen anyone play him. So they banned him, and yeah, they had like a joke game, and then the second game though they did play straight up, and it was actually pretty good. So, but NA won both games, so it was only 2 games. They didn't go to the final 3, so that was kind of disappointing, but still. But we got up to huge stream numbers, and we raised close to $800, I think.
Yeah, I saw that slider move. Like, it was pretty massive. That's really good.
Yeah, $800 for GiveToLive.ca. So it's a cancer charity, I believe, out of Halifax. Mike, can you confirm that?
I don't think it's out of Halifax, but basically it's the charity that Frag for Charity has worked with the last couple of years, and basically what happens is we give them money, and then they decide how to distribute it to the various cancer organizations and things like that.
Right. Yeah, so a ton of money raised for them, so good job anyone that donated to that. As well, Jared Kale from Pure Ownage, the lauded internet series and TV show, was doing some casting for League of Legends. He's definitely more of a player than he is a caster for League of Legends. He wasn't the most knowledgeable when it came to things.
He admitted that, though.
He admitted it on stream a couple times. So it was just funny because people would tune in and they didn't know who Jared Kale was or his background with the Pure Ownage show, and so they would show up and just think that he was either a pro LOL caster or just someone that was trying to do it. And so they were just like, who is this guy? And like the other guy that was casting with him is actually a pro caster who works for ESL TV out in Europe. But ILY. I'm not sure what his full name is.
I didn't get to check any of the footage, but did Jared try to play like the Howard Cosell of Monday Night Football kind of role?
No. Everything he said just had to do with Tristana. Every play that went on was just like Tristana's his favorite champion, and so everything that went on was just a comparison to Tristana.
He's like, this is kind of like Tristana.
So he'd be like, oh, that Karthus ult is going to do a lot of damage. Like globally, they'll have to watch out for that. And he'd be like, yeah, when I'm playing Tristana, it's definitely just like two things that have nothing to do with each other. But he admitted that he wasn't the most skilled caster and whatnot, but he was glad to be there and be casting CLG in-house game. So that was kind of cool. But it was funny because like the other guy, but ILY would be doing like legit casting and analysis and be like, all right, he's moving in through the jungle and here comes the gank and everything, and then he'd be like, and now I'll pass it to Jarrett for this team fight, and Jarrett would just be like, oh, and life bars are going down and people are flying in the air. So, but people in chat just like didn't get that he was just kind of trolling and being funny, and so it was modding the chat was a fun time. It was a lot.
What with all the troll images? What was happening there?
I don't know.
When I tuned in, there was just everyone was posting a picture of a face, and everybody was doing it. Must have been modding hell.
It was. It was just like wall after wall of that face and swastikas.
The casters would ask like a question, and then people would just post. So I remember in the beginning when we were still waiting for the games to start, they Jarrett was like, oh, everyone post a joke, and if it makes me laugh, you win a prize.
Yeah.
Some of the most distasteful jokes I've ever seen started popping up on this chat. It was, oh my gosh, it's terrible.
So this tournament continues this weekend,
yes.
right?
It got narrowed down to, I believe, the final 4, and then there's 4 other teams that were invited into the finals. These are more kind of higher caliber pro teams. I think there's a couple CSL teams in there. So those 4 and the 4 who made it through the open bracket will meet for finals Sunday in 2 weeks' time. And as well, the StarCraft finals will be played on that day So StarCraft is coming up this weekend on Sunday. You can sign up on Zeek.com. If you go to Z33K.com, you will see instantly a huge banner talking about the Fiber Up Gaming Cup. And I think there's still 50 or so spots open for StarCraft. I think there's like 150 signed up so far.
Yeah, or you can go to bellalliant.net/FOGL to sign up as well.
Yes. Yeah, you have to sign up on the Facebook page, and then you get a Zeek invite code.
So yeah, I'll be able to help Nick relieve some of the stress that he had on the weekend.
Yeah. No, I was going to offer to help too for this weekend because streaming StarCraft's a bit easier, I find, than League.
But he was like messaging me on Friday, being like, "Man, you got to help out with this stuff." And I was like, "Dude, I can't." I was like, "I got low tide throwdown." I was like, "I can't help anything." I was like, "I'm doing 900 things at once too."
Yeah.
But it sounds like he did an amazing job. So.
No, yeah, he was telling me at like probably
Stellar.
like 8 o'clock after he'd been doing it for like 10 hours. He was like, "John, like you're in Moncton, right? You can just drive to Halifax." He's like, "By the time you get here, there'll still be like 2 hours left. Please just do it. Like I might die." And so I had to remind him I'm in St.
Nah, I'll be able to help him out on this Sunday. That's for sure.
And shout out to Ian and Yazid as well, and Lucas, Matt, and Tony, who are all helping out behind the scenes to make that happen. And go
and
sign
John,
up
you
for
made it
StarCraft.
on local television, is that right?
Oh.
Was that?
Oh yeah, I was featured. Mike was on the same episode actually. They finally uploaded the episode 2 of the Game Code to YouTube. The Game Code's a show that airs in Atlantic, Canada on Bell Community 1 TV. No, McDermott, I'm not giving you a shout out. Shut up. And so, yeah, it airs on Bell Community TV. Every 2 weeks they produce a new episode. So it's just kind of gaming news covering Atlantic, Canada, different tournaments going on, different shops, things like Blue Nose Gaming, who do server hosting for like TF2 and different FPSs and stuff. So there's a show covering that, and I was there at Frag for cancer charity. I can never remember which one it was. And Mike was there as well, and so we did some interviews for that, and that finally made it onto YouTube. So you can go check that out. Go and search on YouTube for the Game Code. I think it's youtube.com/GameCodeTV. And you can watch that
that's right.
for episode 2.
I also tweeted it, so...
Oh, cool.
Lots of people
Live tweeting.
It.
And Mike has an extensive interview after my short one.
Yeah, and I have to brag that my interview took like 5 minutes, whereas Yazid's took like 40 minutes. I did it all in one shot.
Mine was like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you could tell there was no chemistry, John.
Yeah. I was also told I towered over her.
Yeah, you were a beast.
But there's a
big
picture.
guy.
There's a picture on her on the Facebook page for Game Code where it shows Stephanie, the host, sitting on like 2 or 3 phone books as she's sitting down to interview someone, just so there's not such a discrepancy
awkward,
between
like
the two
that,
heights. So, Stephanie, you're short. I think she's going to come on the show here eventually once we get a spot open. I know we have guests kind of lined up for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So
Awesome.
she can come on and tell us all about the Game Code and do the lightning round because I know she's a big World of Warcraft player.
Oh.
Yes.
I'll just throw some questions in there.
I had to vet her when I
That's
met her.
the only thing we have song on here for.
Hey. Quiet.
When we got Azale on the show, he was like, "Finally!"
Yeah, we'd ask Azale questions where Frank and I didn't really know the items, and then it was, "What's your favorite item?" And then he'd say it, and you just hear Nick like, "Oh my god, no way he got that."
Come on, people. In our age group, there isn't. I can't really find anyone who hasn't had the WoW virus at one time or another in their life. And if they said they haven't, I think they're lying. I think just about everybody's played WoW in our age group.
I played the first 10 levels. That was it.
There you go.
Yeah, like I've tried it. I know Nick was really into it. So.
Yeah, I was. Oh, man.
Yeah, everyone gets that. Well, that's the problem with WoW, is that it's either 0 or it's your entire life.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing, baby. Welcome to WoW.
Yeah.
I know Mike was excited to talk about this, and I watched a fair bit of it. Blizzard Championships over the weekend.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch as well, Frank and Nick? Just lie and say yes.
Oh, dude.
Well, I got to see some of it. I forget why I didn't watch the finals. I think that's when you guys went over to Dave's, right, Nick?
Yeah, we went over to watch the finals, and we were really sad because we wanted Scarlett to at least move a little further, but she was taken out, but in such a like not saying terrible fashion, like the play from I think it was Parting, right?
Yep.
She lost to. I mean, not to say Parting's play was bad, but it was just it was just so anticlimactic, you know? It was Parting just went for this kind of 5-gate push, and it killed her. And Scarlett never loses to a 5-gate push. It's just yeah.
Did
Thought
you say
it could have went differently.
anticlimactic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone see Huck play? Because, I mean, he lost in his group real early. I didn't get to see Huck play, but
No, I
did
didn't
anyone see his matches?
No, I don't even think
No,
they
I
were
missed
streamed.
Huck's matches.
No.
don't
I
think they
didn't
were
get to
streamed.
see it, but the biggest thing that surprised me was Stefano not getting out, right?
Well,
Trying to find
yeah.
Stefano not even
Itcher
getting
went
out.
into man mode and just tore it up until the round of 16, at least.
Yeah.
Lost to Rain. Yeah, but losing to Rain isn't
Yeah.
something to be, sad about.
It was funny because I was watching that stream and all of a sudden the Observer got kicked out of the game, and so they lost.
Oh yeah,
the
for sure.
Observing when it was like 3-1, or when it was 2-1 for Rain. But
Let
they're
me
coming
ask a hard-hitting question. Is StarCraft dead? Blizzard World Championships never cracked 100,000 all combined. League of Legends had over 1 million.
League of Legends was also in the Western time zone.
Yeah,
where-
that's true.
Where
You mean
No.
you didn't want to watch PvP finals at 4 a.m. in the morning?
not
Come on.
especially.
One
Riot
thing I
also
will
had
say
better
about the
production
tournament,
value.
yeah, this is what I wanted to mention, is that there was just, I felt like there was too many hiccups. For it being like an official Blizzard event,
I agree.
I was like, this shouldn't be happening. Like, I can understand if it's a bunch, like Esports Canada doing it, because we're just a bunch of volunteers, and we have like other jobs. But like, for this to happen, I was like, I think this could have been a lot better. And I'm obviously not hating at all. Like, casting, you got two of the best casters in the game, but at the same time, it just feels like there wasn't that excitement, even in my opinion. So this is totally just my opinion.
Well, the
but I
thing-
felt like there wasn't just that excitement and that spunk, that spark even. It was just kind
I
of
like
there.
the choice of casters they gave you, though. You got to at
Yeah,
least
that's
choose
true.
who you want to listen to.
I
So
just
that was-
feel like it is a bit oversaturation where we're seeing these huge tournaments every week. Where if you looked at the lineup for this one, there was so many people that you just knew weren't going to win, and so that kind
Yeah.
of took away a bit from the excitement. Where like it was only it was a weekend of just kind of the finals where you knew, okay, half these guys aren't going to win, and then the other half are Protoss, and it's going to be the final 4 is going to be 3 Protoss and a Zerg. If you look at the
Well-
final 8 bracket, it was PVZ, 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 PVZ.
Yeah, they need to fix that. Terran representation is just, they have to do something.
abysmal.
Because like even at the start, at the round of 32, there was only 4 Terrans left, 15 Zerg, 13 Protoss. I mean, you're just gonna be stuck with a 2-race battle. You're just watching You're watching 2/3 of StarCraft. It's not right.
I also think that as much as they wanted to please everyone by having representatives from the entire world, I think that weakened the field. I mean,
Yep.
it's like the World Cup of soccer is weaker than Euro because all the best teams in the world are from Europe, and then the Euro tournament is way higher quality of play soccer-wise than the World Cup because you have all of these spots that from places in the world where soccer really doesn't matter, and then they're just kind of patsies for everyone else. Whereas, like, you should have way more Koreans in a world championship. That's just the way it should be. I don't know. I feel like that the strength of field was way weaker than what world championship of the universe would be deemed as.
Yeah.
I
I
see your
mean,
point.
yeah, it wasn't the best representation of the best players. Like, I know that they had their own qualifiers and whatnot, but when
Yeah.
Titan or like Lowly's there and MVP or someone's not,
And-
then it's kind of...
I agree with the technical glitches and the quality. I mean, I was just talking to Vince, who's in the chat now, and we were, doing crib notes on stream quality and, new stream tricks and stuff like that, and we both tuned into BWC, and we were kind of like, that's not really that great.
Well, I mean, like, Tastosis mics were just, like, coming through, and they were like, all right, when we come back live, like, make sure to do this. And it was just straight to air sort of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and
It
Tastosis
was
was,
really
like,
weird.
giving the control room, like, tips on how to, like, do mics and, which way you should have the commentary and stuff, and it just looked bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, if you look at the Riot finals, where did Riot do their finals? Right in their backyard. They did it in LA,
Yeah.
2 seconds from their headquarters. Where did Blizzard go? They went halfway around the world.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for them to you forget a cord, you can't walk up the street to your headquarters and go and grab it. So I mean, who knows what they had for production people and whatnot, and who was actually handling it all. So
Yeah, it might be also difficult given that they had so many casters. I think they were saying like there was obviously the Chinese casters and there was the English casters and I don't know what other languages, but trying to facilitate all the different groups, and you had WoW there as well. So there might be that complication involved. It's just all told, when you're at a Blizzard event, you'd expect this is the standard. This is the standard for this game, and everybody should be meeting the standard. You don't expect them to be below even some other production groups that are doing things, no matter how big they've gotten. So that's just something, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the quality was just not there for a Blizzard, an official Blizzard event.
It was confirmed that next year's finals will be at BlizzCon 2013. BlizzCon will be back, and they'll do the finals there. And the finals at BlizzCon last year were pretty good.
Yeah.
Production-wise, they were pretty fantastic. I mean, they always get a huge crowd, so I think it'll be a bit better. I forget who was in the finals for that. Was it MVP MMA? That was like the height of TVT just taking over everything. And I think it was
MVP and ST.
I don't think that's true at all.
Oh, that would.
Or was it? There was GSL finals at BlizzCon or something.
Tony.
I don't remember. Tony's an encyclopedia,
Tony gave you
but
that?
I don't.
Now
Yeah,
you're throwing him under the bus, huh?
I remember it being MVP versus MMA, but that was probably a GSL final. So Tony probably is correct. I'm dumb.
Tony usually has his facts.
Yeah,
pretty
Tony
straight.
always has his facts.
He's
He
really
always
good.
like pops out of nowhere and just gives you like knowledge bombs.
Just knowledge bombs. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. We're gonna wrap it up with a couple shout-outs and talk about Sticky Flames coming up. Frank and Nick are going to cast that, so please watch that. Twitch.tv/StickyFlames.
Correct.
Mike, you're gonna watch that, right? Right?
Absolutely. Tell me where it is. Send me a message. I'll watch it.
Twitch.tv/StickyFlames.
Yeah, we should.
All
look
right,
at that.
sweet.
Have you ever seen Frank and Nick cast?
Oh my
No, I
God.
haven't. So
Oh man, it's
I-
terrible.
It's what? Like a
No, it's
painting.
awesome. It's awesome.
Is that on right after this?
Yes, it is.
Not
Sticky
on this channel though.
No, not on this
Yeah,
channel.
yeah.
But it's on Sticky Flames
Yeah.
channel. But Sticky Flames does bronze, silver, gold tournaments, gold, platinum, diamond tournaments every week. And so Monday night's bronze, silver, gold, and they're on right after we are.
Nice.
Watch that. We're
Yeah,
playing it.
Canadian
every
content. Support that Canadian content.
That Canadian content as well. Did you guys, when I was on my pizza break, did you guys talk about Barcraft Toronto?
No.
Oh, Tony's so mad.
Nick, do you want to do it?
I can plug it real quick. I have it up.
Oh,
Go.
get that.
As a one person,
Even though you're not from Toronto.
even though I'm not in Toronto. On December 2nd for IPL 5, where the GSL finals are going to be held, we do have a Barcraft going on, and I don't even have the information up right now, and I'm trying to stall as long as I can.
Did you had it up?
I thought I had it up, but it was the
You
Play
lied.
Winnipeg one, which I will also plug. I have it. All right, at Low Key Lounge at 577 King Street West, Toronto, Ontario, starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Toronto time. Sunday, December 2nd, it's going to be IPL and the GSL World Championship Barcraft. It's an all-ages event. Everyone is welcome. It's going to be $4 drinks and various prizes to be given away. $4 drinks is amazing. And supposedly the guy who manages or owns, it's amazing for Toronto, Mike, I know.
I was just about to say, $4 drinks is amazing for Toronto.
It is.
And East Coasters, your garlic fingers.
Garlic fingers and cheap beers by. It's an all-ages event. Supposedly the guy that owns or manages or runs Loki Lounge is like a huge StarCraft fan. And so
Excellent.
when they approached him, he was like, yeah, like I watch GSL all the time, like in the bar, just like, so I might as well just put it on the big screen. He made his own like Slayers jersey and whatnot, so he sounds like a great guy to be running a Barcraft.
Yeah,
So
so
definitely-
it's a new venue. So if you're
Yeah.
in the Toronto area, it's like right downtown. Just look it up. We do have a link to it. If you do visit our website, EsportsCanada.ca, you should find it on our calendar. I think I think it's one of the news articles as well. But anyways, you'll find it on the calendar. So please come out. We have lots of people already confirmed to go, so it should be a really good event, and you'll meet lots of people who love StarCraft just like you.
As well, Play Winnipeg, who is a new partner of Esports Canada, will be holding a Barcraft in Winnipeg at the Cheer Bar and Grill, 437 Stradbrook Avenue. on December 2nd at 2 p.m. local time. There's going to be prize draws all night long, and they're giving away, holy crap, an Alienware X51 desktop PC.
Oh,
It's
should go with that one.
Tickets are $10, and you can find out more at playwinnipeg.com or email events@playwinnipeg.com to get tickets or more information. That Barcraft sounds awesome. I want to go there.
Yeah. Screw Toronto, man.
Let's go Winnipeg.
These guys in Toronto don't know what they're doing. Sorry, Tony.
Sorry, Tony.
We love you.
I have something I can mention.
Okay.
If I've mentioned it. Next week we have Mitch McPherson on the show. I think he's in chat now as well. So please go over to the forums at esportscanada.ca if you have any questions, especially about what's happening in Edmonton for Barcrafts. Go in there and post some questions because I'm sure he'd love to answer them. It's nice if you get questions from people who it affects because like we can ask them questions from Toronto and St. John's and stuff. But it's nice if people from Edmonton have some real questions that could really help facilitate more esports. So get on that, and we might also have Hydrolis. He hasn't got back to me yet because he was in China for the WCS. But once he gets back to us, he should be on the next show just to talk about his experience and even about his journalism journey. So yeah, come back for that next week.
And Mike, we can watch you tomorrow night.
Yep, we'll be doing Marvel tomorrow night. 6:30 Eastern time tomorrow on twitch.tv/Ralston install. You'll see all of the Ralston guys who are salty over losing Marvel on the weekend, trying to level up even more.
Fantastic. And do you know when Toronto Top Tiers streams?
Vince is in the chat, so he can answer
Vince,
that.
tell us, and we can shout it at the peoples.
He usually does it on Wednesdays, I want to say, but let me just double check.
Oh, that's awesome. If we can get people set up with like something every day of the week.
Imagine.
And
yeah, Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Perfect. And I'm guessing it's twitch.tv/Toronto Top Tiers, I believe. Or torontotoptiers.com/stream as well. So definitely check that out. It looks like we have content pretty much every night of the week. Yeah. Barzax McGee's Axe. Yeah, so watch those streams, guys. We are done. This has been episode 13. Ooh. We'll be back next week with episode 14, talking about Barcraft Edmonton and whatever else is going on. Tournaments upcoming this weekend. There's a couple, and/or by that I mean one.
Is Red Max happening?
Yeah.
I've been following Red
Oh
Max.
my God.
Let me get you guys caught up on that.
Ooh, round of 8 GSL starts tonight. Thank you. What happens on the weekend? Well, Fogel is on Sunday. Is there not just like a major tournament this weekend? What an anticlimactic way to end the show.
Hey, there's Fiber Op.
Yeah, I know, that's Sunday.
And
that's
Frank and I are
Fogel.
casting that too.
Oh, that's true. You guys will be casting the first couple hours for
Casting
that.
alongside Lag TV.
Yes,
Yeah.
Live TV will also be there. So watch that on Sunday. That's what you're going to watch on Sunday.
Exactly.
Other than that, follow all of us on Twitter at ESC Jovian, at ESC Songers, at Ralston Arcade for the lovely Mike Daniels, and you can follow myself at Quinn of the Net. This has been Esports Canada TV, episode 13.
Did it.
Thank you for watching. We did it, guys. Come back next weekend, I guess? Or next week? Yeah, we'll do it.
Good night.
Good night.
Let's do it. 14.